Hello, welcome to Edinburgh. My name is Tony. How are you? Hope you're happy, healthy and well. This is for those of you thinking about planning a trip to Edinburgh in August. For those of you who have never been to Edinburgh at this time of year and are planning a visit, this will hopefully let you know what it will be like. Number one, it is the busiest time of year here in Edinburgh, out with Christmas, but that doesn't get anywhere near as busy as it does now. A fact you will hear all the time from Edinburgh citizens, residents, Edinburghers. No, I don't like that. We need a name for Edinburgh people. Glasgow people, don't chime in. The population of Edinburgh doubles. This is a fact that Edinburgh residents will spout out all the time, but it's true. And the normal population of Edinburgh is about 500,000. So during the Fringe, the population of Edinburgh goes to about 1 million, with tourists, performers, everything like that. And if you're not sure why it goes like that, it's because of this. The Edinburgh Festival. What is the Edinburgh Festival? That's a big question. It was a festival that was started in 1947, a couple of years after World War II, to help to start to bring the arts to people and bring the world back together a little bit. It started off very small with just the Edinburgh International Festival. That was what kicked it off. And beside it, a few other performers decided to say, hey, well, if they're doing that, we can come up and put our own show on as well. And I think something like 5 or 7 other little performances took place around the city, on the side or on the fringe or adjacent, which I think it was called originally, to the Edinburgh International Festival. So now it's grown. How long are we now? 8? No, not quite. 78. Yeah, 78 years later, we are at a point where it's now the biggest arts festival in the world, and anything and everything happens, and I mean that completely honestly. You will find a show of absolutely anything. There are countless festivals. There's the International Festival, there's the French Festival, the two I've previously mentioned. There's the Food Festival, there's the Book Festival, there's the Jazz Festival, there's everything. There's literally everything. That's just the first ones that popped to mind. But there's so many. So if you're planning to come to Edinburgh during August, number one, it's going to be really busy. Really, really busy. Here's another thing you might not realise. Daylight. It's not quite as bad as it is kind of June, July-ish, but in August, the sun will rise round about 5:30, round about 5 o'clock-ish, 5:30-ish in the morning, and it won't set until 10, 10:30. So for a lot of people, I know that that's a lot of sunshine. Or, well, let's be honest, it's Edinburgh. It's a lot of daylight. So don't expect to be able to just chill and get dark at night time nice and early. It's going to get dark around about 10 o'clock-ish. If you're coming earlier on than that, June, July-ish, it's going to get dark like 11, 12-ish. So be ready for that. Be ready for that. It can throw people off. The opposite when it comes to winter. The sun doesn't get up till like 7, 8 o'clock and decides to go to bed about 3 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock the sun sets after that. So in the winter, there's not a lot of sun daylight. So this is when we get a lot of it. Be ready for that. The very centre of town will also be full of live performances that are generally free. On the Royal Mile, you will see loads and loads of street performers. This is not the Royal Mile. This is just a little road that's going to take us to it. This is Coburn Street, but you can already see fairly busy. Whilst we're on the way up to the Royal Mile, another thing. It's expensive in August. And I'm going to be completely honest, too expensive. The hotels are at a ridiculous price. The Airbnbs are at a ridiculous price. If you are looking for a cheaper time to come, any other time of year is a cheaper time to come. It's ridiculous right now. So if you're on a budget, unless you specifically want to go to the Fringe, then don't stay in Edinburgh during August. Stay outside Edinburgh. There's loads of nice places outside Edinburgh, and come in on the train. East Lothian, for example, look it up. Look how beautiful it is. And you can get a train straight from like North Berwick and Bar, which is stunning, and by the seaside, and come straight into town. And there's lots of this. Yeah, I think they're okay. I have to say as well, we're kind of in the middle of August right now, so what is known as fringe fatigue has started to hit everyone here. Edinburgh residents, it probably hit about half a week ago, but people who are here for the entire Edinburgh Festival, be it performers, be it just people who have managed to afford to come for the whole time and see as many shows as possible, you start to get tired. Another change. Now, out with of the Edinburgh Festival, pubs are usually open till 1 a.m. Nightclubs are usually open till 3 a.m. During the Edinburgh Festival, pubs are open till 3 a.m. and nightclubs are open till 5 a.m. Do you think you can hack it? Then do it. And here we are. This is what it's going to be like here. It is not like this out with of this month, okay? So don't judge the city on this and go, oh, it was way too busy. If you've come in August without knowing it's the festival, and it happens a lot. I meet a lot of people who have come to August and have never knew, which I'm like, do you not research where you're going before you go somewhere? But well, I hope that those of you that watch my videos, then you obviously do research. But this is what it's like. Don't judge the place on this. This is just what it's like in August. And it's like this for the entire month. Well, most of the entire month. It's not the entire month this year. It finishes on the 25th. So the last week of August will, the performers will go. The production companies will go, and it will all of a sudden get quiet in the last month of August. But if you are interested in diving into the biggest arts festival in the world and seeing something that doesn't exist anywhere else, this is where you want to go. And I do love it. I had a comment on a video last week when I did a first look at the Fringe, and someone was saying, oh, they're talking about they should maybe make it shorter or just cancel it or move it to Glasgow. I'd never heard anyone say move it to Glasgow. I don't know where this comment came from, but I'm going to say two things about it, whether Edinburgh residents love it or hate it. Number one, this is part of the identity of Edinburgh. It started here 78 years ago. 78 years ago it started here, and it's grown to this. Edinburgh and the residents of Edinburgh and the people that came to Edinburgh have created this. It belongs here. Glasgow is its own place and has its own identity, it has its own things. It doesn't need this. Glasgow is brilliant and unique as it is. It's got incredible things going on. It's called the Edinburgh Festival for a reason. This is part of the identity of the city. Love it or hate it, it's part of the identity of the city. I don't mind the length of it. You get things like this. This is a street performer getting set up. They all take turns. There's a guy here, and there's the rest of them queued over there, ready to go. Here's another thing that's going on. He's getting ready.
It's showtime!
There we go, see?
I'm going to play this.
These guys have been here for a few years now, the Biscuit people. They've been coming for a couple of years. There's a guy as a pipe of some sort, an event. This is the thing, the most unique ways that people try to advertise shows. Some people just stand and hand out leaflets. Other people's are unique. It's one of the things I enjoy, trying to see how clever people are about handing out leaflets. There's another thing to expect when you're visiting Edinburgh. You will get leafleted. This is people trying to promote the shows. You might find it annoying. Please don't. There are thousands of different shows of every way, shape and form. Thousands of different shows that come to Edinburgh to perform. They are all looking for an audience, and they are all fighting against every other type of performance that you could possibly imagine. Just trying to think how hard that would be to put your heart and soul into a project, in this case a show. Maybe write it yourself, rehearse it, find the money to bring it here, and then not be able to get bums on seats because you are fighting with everyone else who has tried to do that, thousands of other people. So they are just trying to get an audience. If there is any little thing that appeals to you, take a risk. Like I said, you can see anything here. I'm really trying not to give you a dainty light of what it's like. I'm trying to be honest on both sides, good and bad. But some of the things you will see at the Fringe are bad. Some of them by design, some of them not. Okay, another thing to expect. As well as navigating 1 million tourists, 1 million performers and street theatre tours, there is hundreds daily of tours of the city. Now, the tours happen all year round. They happen all year round. However, obviously there are more of them at this time of year because there is more people in the city at this time of year and more people want to learn about the city. Maybe sometime soon there'll be a Clan Broonford tour of the city. You never know. Let me know if you're interested. You just have to learn to get round them. Look at this over here as well. Here's another street performer. That other one that we passed is only just getting started, and then round the corner here we have a guy on a ladder being held by ropes, which is probably people in the audience who's given them to, juggling fire. There we go, you can see that sort of thing all the time. I'm not going to venture up there because it's too busy, but look, that is the way to Edinburgh Castle if we go straight up. Look at all those people. Look at all those people going to Edinburgh Castle. Be ready to book. For any attraction you want to go to, look and see if you have to book a time slot. See that? See that? A lot of that will be people just going for photos. A lot of that will be people who have booked to go to the castle. And a lot of that will be people who had no idea they had to book. They're going to walk all the way up and then turn around. So be ready to book. So there you have it. What to expect in August. Let's quickly recap. Number 1, busiest time of year. Don't expect to enjoy some peace and quiet tourist times. Number 2, lots of tour groups everywhere. Be ready to navigate them. Number 3, so many people. It is loud, it is busy. If you don't like that, it's not the time of year for you. Number 4, the most expensive time of year to visit. Hands down, in every way, shape or form, the most expensive time to visit. Number 5, if you don't like daylight, don't come, because the sun gets up early and sets late. There's a good 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hours of daylight, I would say, a day right now. So, you see what I mean? Another show going on there. So, hopefully, if you're thinking about coming to Edinburgh in August, this will give you a rough idea of what to expect. If you want to know anything else about fighting against it now, if you want to know anything else to expect in August, please just leave your questions in the comments and I will get back to them. If you like the channel, please support. If you like these sort of videos, please let me know. You buy me a coffee, the buy me a coffee thing's in the link. Or there's Clan Broonford merch. You could come around Edinburgh with a Clan Broonford hat or t-shirt or sweater or mug. Maybe not come around wandering about with a mug, but still, you know what I mean? And thank you as always to my incredible patrons. So, I think we'll leave it there. Until next time, bye humans.
Yeah, that's what